Flash of clarity here. We will be seeing 25 high-risk ideas that can double your money. If double seems too less, let me say it can even multiply your initial investment by 10x or maybe 100x. The idea is if one of them succeed, it will overshadow all the loss from others. And no, we won't be referring to any schemes or something that is not legal. Further, we will not focus on any instruments that are based on luck or chance. For example, lottery tickets or gambling or horse racing, where the odds of making it big are 1 in 10 to 1 in a million. These ideas have way better chances of success than a lottery. Further, if you just want to protect your capital and earn minimal returns, these may not be for you. But first, if you are new to Flash of Clarity, go ahead and subscribe and press the bell icon and hit the like button because we make videos to give you clarity and add value to your life. So what are these ideas? These are YOLO ideas, where YOLO stands for you only live once. The idea is as you have got only one life and one chance to live, you better make it big quickly. Basically, these are aggressive ideas and investments with first, good risk to reward ratio. Example, you risk $1 for a potential return of $10 or more. This is the most important thing to keep in mind. Say an idea has 60% chance of increasing your returns to 20 times and a 40% chance of going to lose more than half of your investment or even go to zero. Second, well-researched ideas which have a better probability of success than others. Third, can be diversified to increase probability of success with such high rewards. If only a couple of these work, you can achieve financial freedom for the rest of your life. Fourth, you maintain the control in some of these ideas. You can work to increase returns and the chance of success. Think of it this way, you can allocate some percentage of money, say a few months of your income, into executing some of these ideas. If you lose, you can earn this lost money in the next few months and go back to living your normal life. If some of these ideas work out, you may never have to lose sleep over money in your life. You are investing a few months of money from your life into an idea to achieve something big for the rest of your life. We think it is worth to give it a shot as time is passing by and you are not getting any younger. Of course, it sounds easy than actually doing it, but you can work towards it and be better in your approach. There are two ways to achieve big returns. You either have to play it big. If you cannot, then you have to play it like a game and be the most aggressive, pursue long shots, take risks. On the other side, if you diversify well enough and invest only so much money that you can lose, that it doesn't affect you and you won't lose your sleep over it, then these are worth a shot. Remember, our focus here is not just on the best probability of success. Instead, our focus here is to get explosive returns as soon as possible with minimum investments. In other words, the fastest ways of making money with comparatively better odds. Let's look at a calculation. If you put in $1 in an idea, if you are right, you make $10 to $100 or more. If you are wrong, you may lose anywhere from 30 cents to your initial $1 investment. So for example, if you invest $1 per idea in 5 different ideas and you lose in 3 of them, you make $9 and $36, a total of $45 on the 2 ideas that worked. Since you had invested only $5 in total, you now have successfully multiplied your money by 9 times, even when you have lost in most of them. That's the power of risk to reward ratio and diversification. Stock markets traders use it to their advantage. Why not use it in other areas too? With such a great risk to reward ratio which works in your favor, if you diversify well, do your research and pick the best ones, and in some cases control it, you can definitely beat the odds. So while choosing which ideas to go for, look for the probability that suits you. Ask yourself, how do I research or dig deep? What are the chances that it will work out? And if it doesn't, how much will I lose? How many do I select in order to diversify or to increase my chances of success? What are the ideas where I can work and have control over the returns? Make sure you do your own research or speak to your financial advisor before making any investment decisions. Number 1. Cryptocurrencies. Although this is not for everyone, but people have made massive returns in the past. Just hear this out. Cryptocurrencies and blockchain are here to stay. The question is, which ones would make it to the long run? With so many business benefits and features built into these cryptocurrencies like transparency, decentralization, traceability, privacy, cheap and instant worldwide payments, smart contracts with adoption in almost every areas like technology, banking, healthcare, manufacturing, retail, you have to be in this game of the future. You can buy Bitcoin or the next generation of cryptos. If you diversify in crypto, if one of them succeed, it will overshadow all the loss from the other cryptocurrencies. Plus, given their liquid nature, you can get out once you maybe make 10 times your money. Venture capital. This requires a good deal of money, but has a better chance to succeed if done right. If your friends are working on their startup where you can take up a role or even just invest money in exchange for a percentage share or equity of the company, you can even even connect to startup groups online or offline where investors and individuals connect to build startups. Many startups fail, but some are able to make it. Do your research. Consider both the prospects of the product or service that the public wants and needs as well as the management. We all know of some popular examples like Microsoft and Apple, where initial investors made more than 1,000 times of their money. But even if things don't go that far, you can still make 10x to 100x of your investments when the startup gets successful. Penny stocks are low value stocks, so a big chunk of them might cost lesser than you can actually imagine, but most of them might end up worthless. But if some of them work based on your research and the performance of the company, you can make more than 10x to even 100x or even more. Invest in a small business. If you have non-complex small business ideas, for example a food truck, you can start it yourself or even partner it with your friend. Most of your investment is not at risk, but if it works out well, we all know how much successful food trucks are. The idea is to keep growing, then outsource and employ. Insurance payout. A friend insured his aunt's life who was suffering from many health problems and deceased a few years later. He got a big payoff. If this does not seem moral to you, you can also insure a lot many things. Buy deep out of the money options. Say a stock is trading at $100 today. You can bet on both possibilities that it can go down to $70 or it can increase to $130. The farther you go from the price, the lesser cost you have to pay to buy such contracts. Some people keep buying deep out of the money options, which cost pennies, but if the market goes in that direction, which may be the case once in a while, and if they have researched well, a good payout can cover all their losses and multiply their initial investments. Prediction markets. Prediction market platform rewards the user for correctly predicting future events. For example, who will be the next president? Just like a financial exchange, you can buy shares for these events. These are based on real events across everything around the world and are not that hard to predict. If someone is right most of the time, it can lead to a good payout. Be sure to check if this is legal in your country. Domain. You can buy a domain which you think can be desirable in the future by someone. Day by day, millions of domains are registered and we are actually running out of names. Some people have sold their domains for millions when they put it up for auction. Pizza.com domain was sold for $2.6 million and it was originally bought for $20. Sometimes corporations buy domains that are very similar to their existing domains so that they would be able to catch all the traffic to their website. Most popular example is Facebook bought the domain fb.com for $8.5 million. The probability of success is less here, but you can get a domain for $10, which is next to losing nothing. Chance buying. These are lucky ways to grab something at a heavy discount on sale for some reason. If you keep your eyes open, there are some instances around you where things are sold at throwaway prices and which may appreciate in value in future. Example, a guy needed money for a family emergency and he sold his antique car for $2,500 to someone. 10 years down the line, that car is worth more than $50,000. This can also happen to real estate deals. You just have to keep your eyes open and look around you and wait for the right opportunity. Dumped investments. These things can happen in case of small businesses, properties, where there is an underlying reason to get rid of them. Some problems with businesses, recession, some outlook, or a tough phase. You can pay pennies on the dollar if you think you can work out the problems, or wait it out if you have confidence. The payoff can be big. Beaten down stocks. Whenever an industry or a company is hit really hard and is going under for some reason, say airline industry during the coronavirus outbreak, you can buy these stocks if you think they will be able to recover. You know people are going to fly again sometime in future. Many companies are going through phases, and if your research says it can work out, your stocks will jump in value. A more aggressive angle would be to invest in a company on the verge of bankruptcy, and if something bails it out, you will see phenomenal returns and the risk reward ratio is really good. Buy the stock market crash. You can buy stocks of your favorite companies during a stock market crash that were super expensive. You may think that you never know where the bottom is, and after you buy, they might fall further, but you can time the market by buying at intervals, in parts, and on recoveries. By doing this, you are getting a much better average price than going all in. In the long run, you will appreciate your decision and make tons of money if you choose quality stocks. Shorting the market at the beginning of a crash. These days, stock market crashes are frequent. Once a crash starts on a bad news, it mostly continues for a few weeks. You can choose to short the indexes or stocks, or you can buy put options. There is very little chance that markets will bounce higher, but a very good chance that it will fall further, giving you a good payout. Flipping antiques and art. It has less liquidity, but has an advantage of rarity. If you know what you are doing, you can buy low, maybe hold on to it for some time and sell high for big profits. Affordable lands. My friend bought a piece of land far away from the city where nobody wanted to go. Some years later, the town expanded and that area is in big demand. There are many instances like these and the probability of success is higher and there is no chance that you will lose your investment. The payoff is way better if there is a chance of development in future near the location. Bot trading, applicable to crypto and financial markets.
Bot trading is an automated way where a computer trades on your behalf.
There are many bots and scripts available out there. You can backtest your results, you can start with a very low capital. There is a lot of flexibility here as you don't have to be on the terminal to trade or experience psychological roadblocks trying to manage your emotions while taking trades. Day trading. With the leverages, your 1x capital can get you 10 times of the purchase power. Day trading as opposed to swing or position trading or investing needs more skills. Returns are explosive. You can target to make around 1% or more of your capital per day. Think of the amount of money you can compound over a few years. Obviously, there are loss-making days, but overall the goal is to be profitable month on month. And if you are willing to learn and take risks, you can scale it up and enjoy this money-generating machine for your lifetime. Forex trading. With even higher leverages than day trading, Forex trading needs less investments than day trading. But it is more difficult and risky because now you are looking at the entire world's economy. But the advantage is you can choose the currency to trade in to suit your timings. If you are working on another job as the currency markets are open 24 hours. Marry a rich partner. Can't comment on this, but this seems to be working for some folks. There are good chances of a big payout or at least financial freedom. Game or app or website idea. If you have an idea, it is very cheap to execute it through outsourcing. The odds are less as the app stores are crowded, but you can give it a shot if you think your app or game or website can hit it big, combined with marketing of course. Create a subscription service where people pay you some dollars per month. It can be online content or physical offline content. For example, groceries, teaching, health, laundry, and so on. Don't limit your thinking. There are all kinds of subscription services available these days. Precious metals need sizable investment as the nations are printing more and more currency, driving inflation up, and the currency is losing its value. Buying precious metals like gold and silver, which also has industrial applications, might be a good idea. You cannot expect explosive returns, but there is a little downside risk and good possibility to multiply your return. Common ideas with little to no investment. Go viral on YouTube. There are people doing crazy stuff on YouTube. One guy literally burned cash to gain views. Or you can be serious and plan proper ongoing content for your channel. Using this approach, things will be slow initially, but you can grow it into a big channel. Drop shipping business under your own label. There are many services that can help you set up your store and also manage the back-end dropshipping logistics. Write many books that sell alright. No need for a blockbuster. Trying for years to write a best-selling book is far more difficult than writing 100 books that sell okay. The volume will play the game and you will earn a decent income passively. Save as much money as you can and put it into index funds and ETFs. This is the go-to game for the middle class and many have succeeded. Indexes give good compounded returns over the long term. Lastly, think of a crazy idea which might just work. We have given you enough to get your brains running. Think of some more things that can double your money. If you have learned something new and think it adds value to your life, hit the like button to show your support and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon to know more about the new uploads.